welcome back to my page. It's your girl Cece. I know it's been such a long time, but I'm ready to pick up the camera and tell you guys where I've been, all the tea, all the life updates that's been going on. And I know that there's a different setup because the last time you guys saw me, I was in my old apartment, but now I'm in my new apartment. I even have like so much tea to share about you guys, like what has happened these last like 4 months that's been going on. And yeah, so don't mind the background. My sheets are in the dryer, so don't mind that if it's looking crazy. But yeah, so we are going to quit chit-chatting and just get into this video. Okay, y'all, let's start from the beginning, and I'm doing this quick lip combo. This is the bold eyeliner, if you guys can see, if it will focus on this, and this is in the color it's just like a brownish color, like this kind of brownish. I got it from the beauty supply store. It's just like a one that you can twist in and out. But let's begin from the beginning of the year. This is barely even showing, y'all. Is it even showing? I feel a little bit is showing. Oh my gosh. Okay. But let's begin. So the beginning of the year, me and my boyfriend, we moved out of the old apartment, which was in Katy, and now I can tell you guys where it was because we don't live there anymore. But if you guys are looking for like an area that's like really quiet, not too much going on, and you guys don't care about the Houston life and like going to downtown, and you guys don't mind the drive because it is a drive because it's out the way. We lived in the Maddox Apartments. 10 out of 10, I would recommend. We just really moved because it was so far from everything. Whenever we needed to like go on like dates and everything like that, everything was in Houston. And there's really not that much to do in Katy. I know that they have the Katy Mills Mall, but it's like, who is going to the mall every day? And what else? They had Typhoon, Texas. We never went there. But yeah, so they didn't really have that much stuff going on. So we decided when our lease was up, we were going to move back into Houston, the area. So we moved to this new place. Love it. The surrounding area is like, but the actual apartment itself is giving like resort, and it's so freaking cute. And when we do move out, I will like share like the location and everything like that. But for my safety, my boyfriend's safety, I won't be disclosing it. But I will do like an apartment tour and everything like that. But so yeah, we moved into this apartment in I believe like January 21st, and kid you not, 2 days later, no, not even 2 days later, 2 weeks later, our apartment flooded. So I was sleeping and my boyfriend was like, do you hear that? And I'm just like, no, like it's probably just rain. Mind you, it was raining too. And he was like, no, it's probably just rain. And I'm just like, he's like, no, babe, I don't think that it's rain. And then I'm just like, no, I think that it's rain. And we got up, and there was our neighbor, because there's 4 levels in this apartment. We were on the 2nd level, and then we just was hearing this thumping from above, and he was like, okay, we need to go check it out because what the heck is that noise? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go with you because I know how you can get with you when you're mad. And yeah, like I don't need no situation, because I feel like if someone saw me first before they saw him, they'll be less defensive if they just saw him by himself. So we went up there. It was this drunk girl, kid you not. We knocked on the door. She was like, hello. And we were like, hey, it's like 3 a.m. You have to keep it down unless I'm going to have to report to the office. She's like, do you want to come in? And I'm like, do we want to come in? No, we don't want to come in. We just are telling you to keep it down. And she's like, okay. And we're like, okay, let's go down. Let's go back to our apartment. Then, kid you not, we heard a dripping noise, and I'm thinking it's the rain, but my boyfriend, being the man that he is, he's like, no, babe, that's not rain. We open. I'm gonna try and add clips if I still have them in my phone, and I still should. But I kid you not, our ceiling was dripping with water. We went into the pantry, it was dripping, everything got soaked. Our countertops, we had a huge island. The water was coming from the light fixtures. Like, I kid you not, water was coming from the light fixtures. We were like, okay, what's going on? So we went back upstairs. We knocked on her door. No one was opening. And I mean, my boyfriend was banging loud. But I'm surprised, like, this was kind of a little questionable too, because, like, me, I'm just like, if I hear loud banging outside, like at 3 a.m., I'm opening my door, peeping out, like, what's going on? No one opened their door at all. Like, what if something bad was happening, but what if something like horrible was happening? So we ended up calling the fire department, 911. They came up there. Come to find out, the girl passed out her in her bathroom. Her bathtub overflowed and it went into our unit and then the unit that was right next to us. So they had to like air dry everything and we had to move out everything. And mind y'all, we've been there for 2 weeks and there's elevators. The elevators are not working. The first 3 weeks we moved in, so my boyfriend literally had to carry everything on the steps. And then I had the bright idea. I was like, okay, let's just move upstairs. Mind y'all, the elevator still wasn't working. Now the elevator's working, but the elevator was not working. I felt so bad for my boyfriend, but we relocated to the unit above, and yeah, she was our next door neighbor, like 2 apartments down, but they kicked her out, which as they should, because girl, you don't deserve to be living in a unit if you're getting blacked out drunk and you're flooding other unit apartments, causing water damage or everything like that. So that happened. And then mind y'all, it was also the freeze too. So we had to rush and find a hotel. Yeah, we could have stayed at our parents' house, but I didn't want it to be like inconvenient and stuff like that. So like we stayed there for like 3 days, then after we just like moved everything. So like we moved 2 units in like the span of a month. So that was crazy. But yeah, that was really like a crazy thing. And something else that has happened, as you guys know, well, I don't know if you guys know, but if you guys stay tuned in our podcast, I will link it below. Me and my boyfriend, we do have a podcast, but I did talk about how I did get promoted to assistant branch manager at my old job. Emphasis on old job. I don't work there anymore. But, and I know you guys like have a smile on my face, like, what the heck, you don't work there anymore? No, I did not get fired. I did quit because, honestly, my mental and like everything, like that job was just so stressful. Like, not even mentally, but physically. So, let's go back. I got the new position. I was in that new position for like a good 2 months, and then I just felt like overworked and I just felt like overused, and now I don't work there anymore, so I don't have to worry about like them like, what are you even talking about? But yeah, I'm not going to disclose the name only because like I just don't feel like it's necessary. Like, if you know, you know, if you don't, you don't. But the whole preface of me just like explaining the story is that if you are at a job where you are just dreading going to work every single day and you just feel like overworked, overused, and you just feel like people are just like taking your kindness for weakness, you need to get the heck out. I don't care how much they're paying you, because at the end of the day, you're the only one that's going to suffer, because that's not your company. One, two, if you fall sick or anything happens, you can get replaced like that. So that's why I always like tell like anyone, or like tell everyone, like, your mental health is more important than a paycheck. Like, honestly, like, a paycheck is important, but it's like, if mentally you can't do the job, then you're not even going to get paid at the end of the day. But me, being the person I was still doing the job, and I wasn't going to leave unless I had another job lined up. So I was looking months and months for another job, and I finally secured one. But yeah, I just had to get out of there because, kid you not, I was like working like probably like 90 hours every, like 90, almost like 100 hours every week. And yes, we were short staffed, but I feel like no accommodation was done like on my manager's part. And I feel like I'm just one person and I cannot handle like everything on my own, especially because it's not my company and it's like not what I signed up for. Yes, I get it that I was an assistant manager, but it's like it's only so much that an assistant manager can do. So I just took it upon myself to just leave. And yes, I did take a little pay cut, but honestly, my mental health is so much better. I have more free time to film YouTube videos. I have like my weekends back. I get off by 5, so and it's like it's daylight saving time, so the sun is still out by the time I get out. Like I just love it. And it's like, you know, when you're at a company that genuinely loves its employees, you know? So yeah, that's just a little update. So I don't work with that company anymore, but I do work with a new company. And just like, yeah, girlies or any guys that watch this video, just take like your mental health, like that should always be in the forefront of your mind, especially like everything is getting like crazy on in the world. Like you don't need your job to be another stressor, especially there for 8 hours. And like this new job, I was able, oh my gosh, some of the alarm is going off. Okay, but this new company, I was able to decorate my area with all pink stuff, and generally I just feel like so happy. So I'm really happy about that. And then another major thing that's happened is, if you know me, I got a new car. I got a new car, and I'll definitely be doing a car tour maybe tomorrow or maybe later on, because I do need to go get some stuff. So I will be doing like a car tour, or just like including it in like my other videos. But yes, I did get a new car, and y'all, let me just tell y'all the story. So I went in looking for a specific model of car. I think like a 2020 like Hyundai like type of SUV. I definitely wanted an SUV. I was tired of driving like um whatever, like a regular size car. I really wanted an SUV. So I was just like, let me look for like a 2020 model. Honestly, I didn't care for the brand new thing, because as soon as you drive that thing off the lot, it depreciates. So I was just like, let me look for like a 2021 model. Nothing that would make my car insurance like go through the roof. So I did that. And I walked in there, and I was looking at this car like for, I want to say like a month, 3 weeks. And I was looking for this car. I was talking to my salesman, and he was like, yeah, I was like, no, one day, like the day, I think the 2 days before, I went there on the website and I didn't see the car there anymore. I'm like, don't tell me that they freaking sold this car. So I called up the salesman. He was like, oh yeah, we have it here. I'm going to take pictures, videos. No pictures, no videos were sent to my phone. So I was just like, I don't know. So I still booked the appointment. I went there. I sat down with him. He was like, oh, so we actually sold that car this morning. I'm like, be real, but y'all been sold this car. But whatever. I was just like, okay, it's not meant for me. He's like, but let me show you another one. So he showed me like a 2025 model, different exterior colors. And I was just like, 2025, I know my insurance is going to go through the roof. But I'm just like, let me just look at it. I mean, there's so many other options. Like, I'm ready. If I don't find a car, I'll just go to another. Like, I had dealerships lined up with the same kind of model that I wanted. So then we started doing numbers. Thankfully, my boyfriend came with me. Honestly, I would recommend, if you're a girl and you don't have like anyone to go to the dealership with, just do your research. Actually, like ChatGPT was my like best friend, because I was like, okay, what should I ask? What's more important? What do I need to take off? Because they would try and add on X, Y, and Z. 10 times out of 10, you're not even going to use it. But one thing, I would get gap insurance, like for sure. And then any type of like tire package that they have, maybe that, but gap insurance for sure, because anything you're insurance doesn't cover if you were to get your car like in an accident or totaled. Gap would cover that. So I would recommend, if anything, I would recommend Gap insurance for real. So yeah, so he was like, oh, there's this model 2025. I'm like, oh, we'll see. So me and my boyfriend, we sat down and we talked about the numbers, and my boyfriend's such a good negotiator, so he was able to get like 1,100 off of the car, which was crazy. But that's what I was trying to say. So if you're not a girl who's really like who's soft spoken like me, I am like still like assertive, but not really in like a realm. I don't know nothing about cars. All I know is when I need an oil change, my tires need to be rotated and stuff like that. That's all I know. Anything else, I'm not your girl. I'm not a car girl. So I would say go with like a parent, or go with someone who is assertive and is not just going to let the dealership add on X, Y, and Z, because honestly, it's not necessary. You can always go back and add it. They will say it's an extra hassle. I mean, it is what it is. Y'all still gonna give it to me if I ask for it, so it don't really matter. But anyways, we were able to leave with a car that day, and my insurance is cheaper. The monthly payment is not out of this world. Like, I know that there's some people, especially for the new model I got, there are some people that are out here paying like $500, $600, and that's just the car note. That's not even the insurance. But it's like, if you got it like that, you got it like that. But me, I don't got it like that yet. But yeah, so I am a car. Well, when I pay it off, I will be a car owner. But yes, I have my own car, a big girl purchase. And yeah, that's really the two like major milestones that's like really happened in the span of these 4 months. But honestly, I just wanted to sit down and chit chat with you guys and tell you guys like any life updates that's been going on. Tomorrow I will try and vlog, because me and my boyfriend are going to a picnic, and we did launch a new podcast, so we'll probably like film like behind the scenes for that. But yeah, we did launch a podcast yesterday, and yeah, so I will definitely link it below. If you guys enjoy my content, you guys would definitely enjoy the podcast, because I do have like little girly chats in there. So yeah, I am back. I will try to do better at being consistent. I love all of you guys, and if you guys made it to the end, I love you guys, and be sure to share it with your mom, your dad, your brother, and remember, God only makes one you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.